How to reconnect with old friends. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. Today, this is an interesting topic, and it's not directly related to business, but it all ties in. I found that nothing has ever really happened in my business without me having a friendship established first. And I know that's not the case for everybody. But when it comes to great big leaps in my business, even before I was in business, when I was being employed, my best jobs and everything all came via a connection that I previously had, usually a friend. And to this day, I won't become a partner with somebody unless we're friends first. So I'm a business investor. It's one of the things, it's all about relationships. It really comes down to how well I know, like, and trust the person that I'm partnering up with, more so even than the business that we're involved in or anything else, because all those details can be fixed if you have a proper relationship with the people. So, that being said, one of the things I like to do, it's kind of a hobby on the side, is I like to reconnect with old friends. And so I've got, like, this is a beat up old yearbook, 1992. This was a grade school yearbook, and this is just an example. This was sitting on top here because I was flipping through it, and just flipping through and looking at not just the people in my class. I looked up every last one of them, but I also like looking up teachers, especially the ones I got along with and so forth, and anyone else from the other classes that I think would possibly remember me. And this is a fun thing that I like to do. I like to go onto Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and I like to see if these people are still around and see if they exist, see if they have any type of social media footprint whatsoever. And then I try to be friends with them. And if I think that there's a chance that they may not remember me, I'll put a little note in it especially. Otherwise, if I think they probably remember me because we had enough of a connection, I'll just toss it out there because I've had the same name. I held on to my last name when I got married, and so it's an uncommon last name in most circles. Pombo is so. I usually will just toss it out there and see what response I get back. Every once in a while, like I say, I'll come across somebody, a teacher or whatever. I don't know if they'll remember me or not. So I'll toss on a little note and remind them, hey, I know this is weird. I haven't seen you in the last 30, 40 years, whatever it is. And I just figured I'd say hi and ask to connect on whatever social media it is. Unless you're on something like Instagram or Twitter that allows you to follow them, and then you can see if they'll follow you back, type of thing. But it's a fun exercise. I like to run through yearbooks. I like to run through old like membership things, any type of list that I have of people. If I can remember the person, I want to see if I can reconnect with them, because you just never know. You never know where they're at. And like I said, this may be a business thing, but it may be a personal thing too. Maybe there's some other interest that we have in common, or something else that we can help each other out with in the future. You never know. With social media, the whole world has changed, and it allows us to connect with people anywhere in the world and garner value. Either pass it on or get something directly in return. And not that I'm doing it to get anything out of it, other than just to have fun, but at the same time, knowing people is power, and it makes a difference one way or the other. To know the right people is everything in life, and who knows you is important to your business. So that's another way of looking at it. Now, that's all about reconnecting with people, and all that is basically just putting it out there into social media. That's a quick way of doing it. If you're really looking to find somebody, try typing their name in quotes into Google, and maybe the last city that you know that they lived in, or the last place you knew that they used to reside, or a name of a business or anything else that you can think of connected with them. Put and then that thing also in quotes. Any type of phrase, if you put it in quotes, it'll search for that phrase in Google. And I found a lot of people that way. You can find a lot of phone numbers that way and so forth. And there's a lot of information that sometimes you got to pay for. But there's so much free information out there. If you really want to stalk somebody, not that I'm encouraging that, but if you want to go and find somebody that you used to know, there's a lot of different ways to be able to do that. As long as they're still kicking and they haven't changed their name and they haven't gone about trying to erase themselves from society, then you could probably find them. So just a quick tip. Tomorrow I want to talk about how to meet new people, because this was a question that I got online from somebody, not directed solely at me, but it was on one of the groups that I was involved in, and it brought up a whole lot of ideas for me, because it's something that I've naturally built myself to do over the last few years. So I'll give you some tips as far as that goes. Hey, if you're looking to build your business and go a little bit beyond where you've been up till now, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. This is the book that I wrote. You can go and purchase a copy, buy it wherever books are sold, or go to amazonproofbook.com, all one word, amazonproofbook.com. Go there and you can get a free copy. So that's all I got for today. You have a great one. Get out there and let the magic happen.